Alright, so we're back for another episode. Today we are working on a kind of a bigger project. We are going to be cab swapping a Batman 66 pinball. My buddy Rick bought this and had some issues with the cab kind of splitting here on the sides. So we're taking this Playfield and electronics and back box and everything, moving it to this guy. This is a replacement cab that they sent in, so we'll document some progress as we do it. Alright, so started the process on this, got everything open, got the Playfield up. We're going to go ahead and disconnect all of the stuff from back here, from underneath the Playfield, and then basically we're thinking that these two bolts, kind of hard to see because of the lighting in here, but there's two carriage bolts that essentially go to these brackets that hold the entire back box on. So we're thinking that if we can plug everything in the back box from the Playfield, we'll be able to pull those two bolts out and then hopefully pull everything up and out of here, and that will be step one of that off. And then go ahead and transfer it over to that cab, and then work on the Playfield. But that's pretty much it. Quick little overview of the game. Really nice. Got some cool toys on it. Got the TV. The mech, I don't know if we can see it or not on here, but the mech for that bat cave is like a foot deep. It's crazy how deep the motor for that thing sits. So when the Playfield comes out, we'll go ahead and pick it up, kind of lean it on its side against the wall as to not break that, because that would not be a good thing if we did that. So we've got the head off of this one. Pretty much all the stuff disconnected. It was a couple of Cat 5 cables, or really RJ45 is what I should say. And then we have it chilling out under here for now. We're gonna go ahead and work on getting the Playfield out and into the other cab. All right, so Playfield is out of this one and over there, next to the sweet little Miss Pat cab. So now we're gonna work on moving parts and pieces like the harnesses and everything. Okay, thank God they had the ground strap in there. I was freaking out for a second. I didn't see it. I'm like, no, I don't have a staple gun. But I
should get a video of the rotisserie thing.
Yeah,
because that thing's nuts.
Yeah, it's insane. So they actually left some harness in here. It looks like the speaker and the ground strap, and I want to say the flipper and everything's in there. So you'll have a couple sweet extra harness pieces too. So we got that in there, and then look at this thing over here. Just because probably not that many people have seen it out of a game, but look how like insane this mech is for the Batcave. Like, it honestly looks like the force feedback motor in my initial D-Arcade. But look how, like, I want to get like how deep that is. That's insane. Like, that's like 2 feet of pinball deep. But there's that. There's all the harnesses here. So we're going to work on moving everything over to the new cab. Hopefully it goes okay. All right, so here's the new cab. Got the coin door in. We've got the little, I'm not sure what the name of that board is, but the little flipper / coin door board. The old guys over here, we got the armor off of it on the sides. So this is pretty much ready for destruction, if you will. But that guy's done. We can slide him out of the way and focus on getting the legs and everything else back on here. Making progress. So Playfield is in. This thing is deceptively heavy. We notice there's a sweet piece of PVC pipe here for cable management with chamfered edges, which is kind of cool, so you don't cut your finger on it. Now we get to deal with the spider web down here of replugging all this fun stuff in and pulling out the old, I guess pulling out the old harness that came with the game. We're going to pull that out and then replug in the new one. Almost there. All right, we have the Playfield in. We have the, I guess this is still called the MPU in. I don't really know anymore. They provided a cool little display here that kind of shows all the different connectors and what they do and things like that. It's pretty cool. So we're about to, I think, drop the Playfield in the rest of the way. And I think we're going to plug it in. Hopefully we don't see anything go kapow or boom or biff or whatever, or wham. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, we're back. Everything's plugged in. Booting up now. Played a game on it, seems to be working, so got some power up there. Should boot into the track, there we go. So the cab swap is complete. Cycling through, we had a ball in there as we launched it, but here's the new game in all of its glory. A nice new cabinet, and look, the corner is good. Still holding together. And then we got this guy over here, the coffin. if you will. We still have to pull some stuff out of it. We got to pull the or you already pull them all out.
No, there's a couple in there. Still.
Oh. We got to pull some of these clips off because Stern did not drill pilot holes for pretty much any of these little like cable clips. So we're gonna go in here, pull the rest of these out. There's only a couple left, and then we have to drill pilot holes inside of here. Which the ones that we need to get to, you put the Playfield up, you'll be able to get them. But Stern did do some weird stuff. They included like a whole new harness that we really didn't need. That went to like the speakers and the display. I keep wanting to call it a DMD, even though it's not. It's weird to say, oh, the LCD era pinball. Went to the screen and the speakers and everything, but we had to cut that out, and then we had to pull the old leaf springs out for the flippers.
And one wasn't adjusted.
Oh yeah, other fun thing is they sent Rick this brand new cab, and the left flipper button, the leaf spring the leaf switch was just basically together. So when we first turned it on and tried to play, the left flipper wasn't working. I had a little bit of a heart attack. But luckily, looked at the switch, realized it was out of alignment, adjusted it real quick, and now it's playing pretty good. So I'd call it a success, at least for now. But we do need to come back and just tighten up the wiring harness. But everything seems to be pretty good with it. So I will say that was much less pain than swapping older games. Now that I've got this under my belt, I feel confident that I can maybe do Space Shuttle. Space Shuttle is going to be desoldering a million wires, and it's just going to be a lot of work. But thanks for checking it out.